Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel of Everything Retro. Okay, what have I got? What am I doing today? GTV. Right, now the other day I started her up, took her for a little run, and the temperature gauge was getting a little bit hotter than usual. Usually, just getting here onto the gauge. She would go up to about 90. And you're a fan cut in, and then she'd cool back down. But this time she was going way up over 90, and alarm bells start going in your head and panicking. So what you do, you're finding her a spot to pull in quick, switch her off, and let her settle for a bit. So after she cooled down a bit, I popped the bonnet and had a little look. I couldn't see nothing. She had plenty of water, plenty of everything in her. But, yeah, but she was still doing it. So what I've done is bought a new thermostat, just in case she had a sticky thermostat. So I've bought a new one. I put all that on just the other day, but then I realised I didn't have any coolant and I had to order some coolant in. But the guy who I got this car off of, he had a hose go, and he put a new hose on. I can't remember which one he said it was now, but all he did was fill it up with tap water, and I hate it when people fill a radiator up with just tap water. Now, people can be quite stupid and just think, oh well, I'll just run it on cold, just tap water. But then the problem is you get lots of other problems with the car engine afterwards, with limescale and everything else. Now, with me, I like to do 50-50 mix of coolant. Now this is one which already made up. You can buy this one anywhere in Alfred's. Then you can buy this one where you can make up your own. And I don't use tap water, I use distilled water. I always use distilled water all the time, mixing with coolant, because you don't get problems with this stuff. With tap water you get loads of like rusty particles, you get limescale. Well, you've seen what it does to it inside of a kettle, and if your wife does ironing, it's pretty good to put in your iron as well, because that way you don't get the limescale in your iron when you're doing your ironing your clothes and whatnot. So yeah, so this is cheap anyway. This is not very dear. I mean, you can pick these up like £3 for 5 litres at Asda, anywhere like that. This one, I ordered this one off Amazon. This one came when it came yesterday, so I had to wait just a day for it to come. And this one's from Alfred's, and yeah, it's all right for what it is. This is the one I used in the Fiat when I done the water pump and everything out on the Fiat. But yeah, so I'm just going to mix this up now, like do it 50-50. There's a little bit left in there, so I'm going to do it as a 50-50 mix, and then put the distilled water, and that's it. And then top the radiator up, start the car up, let it run, and see what happens. And I'll film all that in a little while, but you don't want to see all this being mixed up, so I'll pause it. Okay, she's running, she's all topped up. Oh, got the blower on as well, on hot. And that's slowly getting warm, so I know the system's working that way. The temperature gauge is going up. I'm not going to rev it, I'm just going to let it tick over. Oh, I put a new stereo in as well. It's hard as hell to find CD players now. It's like everybody's gone like digital, like nothing in the way of a CD player anymore, because it's a pain in the ass to carry CDs. But I still like the old CD. I've got plenty of them, so, and I can't be bothered with all this fandangle collecting your phone up, because I don't really use a phone. I can't stand the bloody things. So anyway, she's running. She's going up a little bit. Let's just see what happens. See if she gets up to temperature and then shuts down again, with the fan on. It's getting a bit warm. see if she starts swallowing that water or not. Yeah, she's still staying that low for a moment, which is good. I think it's due to I think it probably might have had a sticky thermostat. That's what I'm hoping. I've been lucky enough I wasn't too far away from home, so I was able to let it cool down, turn around, come back home again. But she did go up over the 90, so just hope she didn't cause any other damage. I think they're pretty safe to go up over 90. It's just you don't want it right up in 130, do you? She's creeping up a little bit now. Before she was getting a bit warm, a bit too quick. Just pump a bit of rev into it. I'll turn all the heater off in a bit and see what happens. I mean, that's lovely. That is actually blowing out quite lovely and warm, actually. Oh, which would be good when the winter comes. Even though I shan't be using it a great deal in the winter. Keeping on that level. She's on maximum. She's still there. Nothing seems to be... got a drip. Got a drip. Got a drip. Looks like I need a screwdriver to tighten that one up a bit more. Let's go and get one in a minute. I think that's got it now. I just needed that extra bit of tightening up. I'll keep checking on that. But I would recommend after you've fitted them and you've got the car hot and the pipes are all hot, just give them an extra tweak. Everything expands when it gets hot. Let's have a little look-see in here then. Apart from it being warm as toasty in here, that's where she always used to sit. So that's where she used to always be. I hope that's picking it up. And when she was in traffic jam, she'd go up to 90, electric fan would cut in, and then she'd go back down again. And that's where she'd always sit. So I'm hoping that's it. I'm hoping it's sorted. I'm hoping it was just a sticky thermostat due to having tap water in there. Didn't use it for quite a few weeks actually. I think the last time I used it was trip to Bridgewater, and that was over a month ago. She's going up now on the temperature. Let's check that water bottle, make sure. She's on maximum. Can't see anything else leaking. Seems to be all okay. How many times you clean the car, make it nice and shiny outside your house, the birds come along and poo on it. Yeah, she's going up a little bit now because she's not moving, she's just stationary, so she should get up to temperature and an electric fan should cut in. But the other day when I was doing it, she was warming up a bit too quick. I don't think we need that heat on so much now. Oh, it's better to go down to cold. But yeah, she's going up a bit. We'll just let it tick over and see what happens. I'll give it a quick rev a minute. Just let the water circulate around the engine quicker. Yeah, she's slowly going up. All I'm just hoping is the fan cuts in. Getting up. I must sit down there properly. I'm just keeping an eye on it because it is going up a bit now. I know it's a slow, boring video for you. I don't know if you can see that or not. This little GoPro thing is not brilliant. I think it's wearing out. As soon as I put some throttle into it, yeah, the water circle around the engine, the temperature gauge has just dropped right down. Now she's going up. I'm keeping it on around about what, nearly 3,000 RPM, so she's going slowly up. Let it tick over for a bit and see what happens. This might be a long video actually. We're sat in here now, I don't know if the fan's cut in or not. No, I can't see. I'm trying to look over the bonnet. But yeah, that's how it used to always be. In traffic jams, it used to always be like that. Go up to the 90, fan would cut in and go back down again. That's how she would always be. And when you were driving along, she'd drop right down. But like I said, the other day she went up over that, and the alarm bell started going, whoa, something different, something new. And again, as soon as I give it a bit of throttle, the water circulating around the engine, drops down a bit. Not a lot, just drop down a bit. Tick over again. I want to see if it goes up to the 90 and then see if the fan cuts in. Come on, you little bugger, go up. I mean, if you don't want to go up there, then stay there. I'm happy with you below 90. What are you doing? What are you doing? Going up slowly and you're creeping. You're creeping. Right, she's up on the 90 now. What are you doing now, girl? What are you doing now? I give it a bit of throttle, it goes back down. Let's see if that fan's cutting. Fan hasn't cut in yet. I know the fan was working the other day, so I hope it still works. Find out the fan's packed up now. There's always something with Alfa Romeo, isn't it? Yeah, she's going up over 90. Has it just kicked in? Not yet, she hasn't. No, that's strange. That fan's usually kicked in by now. Gone over 90. She ain't kicked in yet, but she's not creeping up any further by the looks of it. Just sort of like fluctuating a little bit. Oof. Shouldn't be doing a great deal at the moment. Oh, hang on, she's going back down. So is the fan cut in? I can't hear it. in, out. Yeah, fan's on. Yeah, fan cut in. Fan's slowing down now. Yeah, the fan stopped. So the fan cut in just over 90, and now she's cooling down below 90. And I expect if I give it a little bit of gas, get the water circling around the engine a bit quicker. Dropped a little bit. But she seems okay. Turn that radio down a bit more in a minute. Right, she's going back up over 90 again. This is going to be a long video. This is boring, isn't it? Start your watching a gauge. But it was going up a lot more than that before. Whether or not that thermostat is just a little bit different on temperature. Because it went right up to this gauge up here. Notch, I mean. I hate when people put just tap water in car engines. I was meaning to get it out of the system ages ago, but I was going to do the cam belt and everything like that. But I looked on the records and there's still a bit of life left in the cam belt yet. So I'd give it a bit of gas. She does. Alright, she's going up. She is going up. I mean, it's not exactly a real warm day today. Is that fan cutting? Yeah, the fan's on. I think it's just cut in actually. Yeah, the fan is on. It's a bit hotter than usual. Unless the tap water has buggered up like the head gasket, because that is not going down. Let's give it some gas a minute. Oh, that just shot down. That just shot down. That just literally just shot right down below 90. Unless the water pump's on its way out. I can't hear any clattering or noise from it and anything like that. The fan's cut off now. Water level's dropped a bit. There's a bit of pressure in it. Now it's back up again. Might have had a bit of air in there. You shouldn't really pop the cap off really because it could blow up in your face, but she ain't obviously overheating because that would have boiled straight up in my face, wouldn't it? And blew me arm off. Yeah, she's doing the same again. She's going up over 90. Anyway, I'll come back in a bit because this is going to be a one out of a slow, long, boring video of watching the temperature gauge go up and down. I think it's all okay. I've been stuck here, I don't know, well over 10 minutes, and the temperature gauge has been going up just over 90, and around about now the fan should be cutting in. Start hearing it cut in, and then it goes down below 90. It should be cutting in soon. Go on, cut in, hurry up. I'm not sure if it's on now actually, and I just don't hear it click in. Is it kicked in yet? Yeah, fan is on, yeah. I thought I saw the temperature gauge slowly going back down. Yeah, and she's going back down to 90. Yeah, so I think it's all okay. I mean, she's been stuck here ticking over and everything out. I mean, I've given it a few revs, like situate it being like on a hard rev, like at 30 mile an hour or 40 mile an hour. Hasn't done anything. Hasn't blew up in my face, so the fan's just switched off now. So I think she seems to be all okay. I'll just give it a bit of rev. I'll give it about just below 3,000 RPM. So hold it there for a few seconds. Just gone up over 90. And then the fan will cut in, and then it should all cool back down again. But I think that's it. I think it's all okay. I might have not noticed it properly going up over 90 before. It could have just been me. I always thought it went out to 90 and the fan cut in. It might have just been me. I mean, the fan's on at the moment. It's not speeding away fast. And that's like low, slow spin. And then if it gets any hotter, and then it speeds up real fast. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's problem solved. Water level's all okay. I had to top it up a little bit. There was a little bit of air in the system. Yeah, the fan's just shut off now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully it might be some use to somebody for GTV 2-litre twin spark. Just keep an eye on your temperature gauge. Could be just a sticky thermostat. Anyway, there we go. Ta-ta, bye now, bye-bye.